Hey, welcome to the first part of this mini course, and this is where we are going to go ahead and create an account with Siteground. Okay, so as I mentioned in the introduction to the course, I do have an affiliate link for Siteground. This enables you to save some money for up to 3 years, and Siteground does give me a little bit of a thank you for bringing on new customers as well. So if you do find this worthwhile, this course, I would appreciate if you use the affiliate link, which is, if you go to leximedia.co.uk/siteground, and this will bring you to Siteground website. Now, before we go any further, I just want to explain that I am not doing this course mainly for affiliate links. It just helps me out a little bit. The whole point of this course is to give you a solid starting structure for your online business. Now, I've moved across multiple different hosting accounts before I've discovered Siteground. I moved to Siteground about 18 months ago, and I've been extremely satisfied with the performance, the ease of use, the included tools that I believe are essential and should come as standard with any host these days, and their customer service is fantastic as well. So I moved my own accounts to Siteground about 18 months ago, and I am in the process of moving all my clients' accounts to Siteground as well. As their accounts are coming up for renewal, I'm setting them up on Siteground over their previous hosting companies that I've used. Now, the previous hosting companies I've been quite frustrated with for different reasons from different companies, and I have used some of the big names as well that are advertised on television, and names that you believe are trusted. However, they do not include things as standard. The performance isn't good, even though they're big names. They're using their big name to sell you pretty shocking hosting accounts, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm really happy with Siteground. Now, there are a lot of other hosting companies out there, and there are some hosting companies that do really, really good affiliate offers. Okay, now a lot of people use these affiliate offers to offer these other hosting companies as their recommended ones, because they get good rewards from the hosting company, better rewards than what Siteground does. So if I was just doing this for affiliate reasons, I would be using one of these other hosting companies. Okay, there is a reason I use Siteground. I use it for myself, I use it for my clients, I recommend this company, and if you just want to go ahead and sign up through Siteground directly, then please do follow this to help you get started. But like I say, if you use that affiliate link, you will save money for up to 3 years, and I just get a little bit of thank you as well. Okay, so just wanted to explain why there is an affiliate link on there. I don't want you to think I'm doing this just purely for affiliate reasons. Siteground has a lot to offer, which we'll go into in just a moment, and it really is a great platform or a great hosting company to build your online business upon. And it's important to get your business started on solid foundations, because trying to move from one hosting company to another is just a nightmare of a task. Believe me, I'm doing it for my clients, and I've done it for myself. It's not the most straightforward thing to do at all. Okay, so when you come to Siteground, you can see there's 4 different offers here, from web hosting, WordPress hosting, WooCommerce hosting, and cloud hosting. This last one, cloud hosting, this is basically when, so the first 3, are what's called shared hosting. So you will share resources with other companies. This is quite standard with a lot of hosting companies. Okay, it's what makes it cheaper, more affordable. When you grow your business and you start needing a lot more resources, and I'm talking huge resources, then you're going to want to go to cloud hosting, where you get your own separate server set up for you. So one of the great things about SiteGround is that they do the shared hosting, which is great for getting started with, and it doesn't, it's still great performing as well. But when you really, really need to, you can upgrade to the cloud hosting later on down the line. But there's no need for cloud hosting to get started with from the beginning, not for your simple website. Okay, so basically these three here they're basically the same service. Okay, whether you're using WordPress, whether you're using WooCommerce on WordPress, or whether you're using some other thing as well, it's basically it's basically the same service. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is WordPress hosting anyway. So we'll click on Get Started there, and what we can see is that SiteGround is actually recommended by WooCommerce and by WordPress, and also by Yoast, which is a really big SEO plugin for WordPress. It's a big community, and they recommend SiteGround as well. So there are 3 plans to get started with. There's the Startup, the Grow Big, and the Go Geek. What I recommend is, if you are on a budget, then you choose the Startup. If you can, go for the Grow Big, but I don't believe there's any need for you to go for the Go Geek option. But whichever option you choose from, there's some really, really good features in here that come as standard, which some hosting companies do not provide as standard. The first one being free SSL. What an SSL certificate is, it encrypts your connection to your website viewer. So any information that they fill in on your website is encrypted, and if anybody's trying to sort of earwig in and listen in, then basically whatever information they can get off it, they won't be able to make sense of, because it's encrypted. Okay, it basically secures information that your clients will send to you via your website. So if you've got a contact form, then the information that they put in there is encrypted, and it can only be read by you. If you are taking payments and collecting things like credit card details, an SSL certificate is required as standard. Okay, without an SSL certificate, you will not be able to take payments online through your website, because there is a chance that credit card information could be read by people earwigging in on connections. Okay, so an SSL comes as standard, and because it comes as standard, I believe just use it anyway. You get this nice little padlock icon, as you can see up here, and it does say that this connection is secure. Without that, then when people visit your website via a link, you may get a warning saying that this website is not secure. It may be trying to get details that you don't want to give, and it can flash up a warning on the screen. You may have seen one of these warnings when you visited a website, and I think most people would get a bit panicky at that point and then not bother going to visit the website. Okay, so the great thing is that comes as standard as free, even in their most basic plan. You don't have to pay extra for that like some hosting companies you do, and then it's really, really easy to set up because it's included. It's just a couple of clicks and it's set up. We'll go over that. If it's not included with other hosting companies, you have to go and get an SSL certificate. You have to install it. It's a real pain in the arse task to do, basically. Okay, so it's included and it's really easy to set up. That's one of the great features as well. Another one is free email. So again, some hosting companies do not provide email services as standard, and you have to go ahead and sign up, pay for an external email service to use your domain as your business email. Again, that's going to cost you somewhere between about $5 to $15 to get started, and it's going to raise depending on how many email addresses you have and how much email traffic you need as well. With Siteground, they provide free email as standard, and again, it's really, really simple to set up, yeah, it's just something that comes as standard. You don't have to pay extra for. It's an essential feature, I think. If you're going to set up a website, you're going to buy a domain, you might as well make use of business email as well. Looks more professional. When you do send an email from your email address, it contains your domain. People will know what your domain is, and then they can go and visit your website just by looking at your email address. Okay. There are some extra great features as well, such as free CDN, but we're not going to go over that, but that's included as well. Just really easy to set up, and it's really easy to set up WordPress as well. Again, it's just a couple of clicks, and we will go over that in this mini course. Okay, so let's have a little look. Let's get started. Let's sign up. Like I say, if you're on a budget, go for the startup plan. If you can, go for the grow big plan. There are a couple of extra things such as speed boosting, caching, and on-demand backups taken as well. Okay, just some benefits there for your website, as well as you can create extra websites in the plan. You've got more web space, and you can allow for extra monthly visitors as well. But if you're on a budget, just go for the startup plan, which is what we're going to go for in this instance. And the next step we need to do is then register or tell Siteground what our domain is. If you are new to building a website, or if this is a new project for you with a completely new domain, then do go ahead and register a new domain. You will have to pay extra for that. You will be buying the domain for a year, and you can have a look to see what domains are available. So choose your preferred domain. So if I do temp domain and proceed. Okay, so it does say here that it is not available, but it does give me an alternative to say tempdomain.biz is available. So I could go ahead and choose that one for now. If you have already made a start on trying to build a website, you may have already purchased a domain elsewhere. Okay, if you have, you can click on I already have a domain, and you can say, type in what that domain is, and then later on down the line, you have to go into your hosting account where you bought your domain and change your name servers to the name servers that Siteground will give us once we are set up. Okay, so we will go over that a little bit later on. Okay, so either register for a new domain and it will add it to the price, or I already have a domain, type it in and proceed. As you can see here, I got an error to say that the tempdomain.biz is not registered, and would I like to register it? What this is basically doing is that Siteground recognizes that this domain, nobody actually owns it. And I don't actually own this domain, but what I'm going to do is type in a domain I do actually own and use that one. Okay. Now the next thing is the order form, where you put in your email address, you create a password, put in your all your information about your name, your company, where you live, enter your payment card details in there, and then when we come to the bottom, we've got the purchase information. So it's telling us we're using the startup plan. We're going to be using the United Kingdom data center because well, I'm in the United Kingdom, it recognised that. And then it's going to ask us for the period that we want as well. So like I say, we can pay for up to 36 months, and we can make a saving over the standard price for up to 3 years. Okay, so you can see that there, we're getting it a bit cheaper than the standard price. Okay, the best deal is over 12 months, where we can get it a lot cheaper. Okay, so choose your period there and make your payment. The extra services here, the SG Site Scanner. So this is a monitoring service that checks your website daily, and it gives you notifications if there is something wrong. I wouldn't worry about that for now. It's not really something that I use. There are plugins available for WordPress that do that anyway. so we can go ahead and use other plugins. So that'll just save you £15.60 a year as well. Okay, when you are happy to proceed, you click on the confirms and go to pay now. And that's going to take you through the payment process and get you set up with your account. Once you're all set up, you will get information from Siteground to say your account is set up, and then you can go ahead and view your account and take a look at that. And that's what we're going to go and look at in the next training video. Okay, so go ahead, set up your account, make your payments and get your account set up, and then we'll jump in next and go and have a look at what the Siteground looks like in the back end.